let's make a suit. Okay, I feel like making a suit, but the fabric that I have is not enough, so we're basically making a two-piece, and I'm hoping it comes out imitating a suit. Yeah, so I have already cut out the trouser part. That is going to be really quick, really smooth, because I have made this pattern before. I am using the Jamesia pants by Mood Fabric. It will obviously be linked. So everything is cut out, and I am using this beautiful blue fabric. So yeah, I want to start out with the trousers, see how far I'm going to get, and then I can get to think about the top part, because I am 100% sure that the fabric is not enough for a blazer. So we will see into that. So let's start up with the trousers. Of course, I'm going to start with the crotch seams and then the darts that is at the front and at the back as well. Okay, so this is how we're looking like so far. So good, and I feel like it's going to fit. I'm not quite sure yet. The last time I had to make some adjustments, but now the next step is the side seams and the crotch seams. That's how fast a trouser comes together. I love making trousers. They just are so easy to do. So I want to know what side I'm going to add a zipper on, and I think it's this side. I'm just going to leave out the space for the zipper, pin where I want the zipper to stop at. That's a little bit too long. Um, and then I'm going to be sewing the entire side seams, that is this side and the other side, and then I can do the crotch seam, and I will have the facing and the zipper left, and I'll be done with the trouser. Honestly, if you're a beginner, trousers are not that hard to do, especially if you have a pattern with you, like a Mood Fabrics pattern. Honestly, since I discovered Mood's fabrics, my sewing game, yeah. So you can go ahead and load a trousers pattern or a pants pattern and just follow the instructions. Trust me that pants will come together so fast, and you will realize that sewing is extremely easy. So one thing I usually recommend for beginners is trousers, because it will not take you more than, no matter how slow you are, 3 hours is enough for you to construct a trouser. And yeah, I think something that takes the least of your time and it looks good at the end of the day is what you're supposed to be doing as a beginner, not something that is going to take you ages, will make you get bored easily, something like that. No, if yeah, we can talk about dresses, we can talk about tops, but some dresses have um too many seams, and that will take you a little bit longer. No matter the design of the trouser, unless we have like pockets and we have darts and all that, we will still have the side seam, the crotch, the inleg seam, and waistband and hemming, and that's it, unless we add all those details. But you can always start with something simple, right? Yeah, so I just finished pinning everything, and I'm going to go ahead and start stitching. It's getting a little bit dark, but I have my facing attached, and I also have my zipper attached. So this is my zipper. It looks amazing. It's white, but I have made it as invisible as possible So I'm hoping it looks good at the end of the day. So right now it's time to understitch the facing, and I will be done with this trouser. So yeah, I just need to understitch and then stitch the facing onto this part so that I can flip it inside out. Yeah, and that will be it for my trousers. I'm not hemming because I do have a hem at the bottom. Yeah, I was using a curtain. Is it a curtain or a tablecloth? It was a tablecloth. So that is the advantage of that. And yeah, I am really excited to start on the top, that I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. And with that, my trousers are done. I am not even sure if they fit. I haven't tried them on, so I want to try them on and then I can get started with my top. And given that it's getting darker, I might just need to switch some things up, but yeah, let me try them on and we can come back for the top. Okay, so I do have some pieces that can make up a top, and I might end up with a real cropped blazer at the end of the day. Just maybe. I'm not quite sure yet. So I do have these pieces right here that I can join up and make into a sleeve. But the sleeve will be short like to this point, but it will be big, so I can just pleat it into a cuff. And I have the fabric that can make up the cuff. This is the fabric right here. Yeah, and I also cut out the front and the back. So I have two pieces for the front and one piece for the back that is on fold, and I cut up some facing. So this is what I'm going to be using as facing. Maybe it won't be enough, maybe it will be enough, maybe it will make it look cute, maybe it won't, but that is what I have for now. I also have these pieces that I cut off of the trouser, and if things do not go that well, I can use them as bias, or rather just binding for the center front and the collar area. So yeah, and I have a piece somewhere that I can cut up at the collar, but now the problem with that is that it will be like a single piece, but I think I can just cut up another piece from another fabric that I can add underneath so that it becomes like the lining of the collar. But yeah, I think I've got something going on. I do not have a lining. I am not adding a lining. I am just going to wing it. Yeah, I'm hoping it turns out good. Will it, bro? Yeah, anyway, the bias pieces need to rest a little bit so that I can grab onto my main body pieces and join them up at the shoulders, so that it's the back and the front at the shoulders, and then I can work on joining up the sleeve into something concrete before I attach it. Yeah, so let me get to that point first. I have gone ahead and joined up the sleeve piece, and I'm thinking it might be enough, and I top stitched so that I have like a nice seam, and I have done that for both pieces. And now it's time to attach these pieces to the armhole. So I'm going to be attaching the pieces like from here all the way to this part, and as you can see, my armhole is straight, and that is because I it's oversized. It gets to somewhere here and I want it to look like a continuation, so I'm going to pin that in place and get stitching. This is how far I'm at. I have the sleeves attached, and as you can see, the shoulders are really droopy. and I have something that kind of makes sense. I'm going to be attaching the side seam next, but I'm deliberating whether I should add up a collar given that I do not have enough fabric, or should I just do the front facing and also attach like back facing so that I can finish up the top area and just leave it collarless like that. It gives it a nice vibe, I think. Okay, I went ahead and added facings, that is the back and the front facings. I realized I would not have enough fabric for the collar because this is all that I have left. It's nowhere close to being enough. And I have something that looks like a shirt, or rather a blazer. Yeah, a collarless blazer. All I need to do is tack the facing so that it lays flat, and then I can hem everything and I will have a blazer. So let me just tack and hem. The top fits so well, so let me just go ahead, get ready, style this up, and I can show you how everything looks. But before that, let me just say a little bit about this. I love the pants and the pattern fits so well. This is just an invention, so I love how it turned out. Anyway, the saying necessity is the mother of all inventions. It's true. It's true. Anyway, here's how everything looks.